Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna let y'all. Can I show y'all what I'm looking at right now? I like to kind of catch that sunrise real quick. But I wanted to come to y'all real quick, and I wanted to talk about what I'm saying, something called the Black YouTube or the beef sector, and a lot of people are probably not familiar with that sector or whatever case may be. But I've kind of been observing or whatever case may be, and this is not one of those let me send shots at people, let me tell people a bunch of negative stuff or whatever. I just wanted to kind of come and I wanted to ask everybody that consider themselves to be a part of Black YouTube or the beef sector, what's the end result? Like, we talk about Black Lives Matter, we talk about Breonna Taylor, we talk about Jacob Blake, we talk about George Floyd, we talk about all of these black people that have been killed in some type of violent act, whether it's black on black crime for those people who say black on black crime, whether it's police brutality or something where a black man and woman has been killed, and we have all of these things to talk about as role models and protectors and providers as black people in America. And I just noticed that there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of conversation that's going on in regards to the beef sector or the Black YouTube sector. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, who's proud of that? Like, with all of the nonsense back and forth, and I know a lot of people are not familiar, so let me give y'all kind of a rundown on what this is. This is a bunch of people who get on YouTube and they sit on YouTube and they talk about people's families, they talk about people personally, they call people's jobs. I think they call it doxing. And they say all of this negative stuff. Now, it doesn't matter if it's true or not, because whoever says the most heinous stuff, whoever acts the hardest, whoever says anything negative to the degree where I'm going to belittle you, degrade you, I'm going to do whatever I can to have a one up on you. And I'm just like, man, this is the most toxic ass community that I've ever seen in my life. And I wanted to ask the people that's in the Black YouTube or the beef sector as they call it, man, does that make you feel good? I'm gonna be honest with you real quick. Does that make you feel good? I mean, I've never seen a bunch of people sitting around. You have one person, okay, I'm gonna talk about your wife. Then, after they talk about your wife, then they're gonna talk about your kid. After they talk about your kid, they're gonna talk about your grandmother. And these are people that never met each other. I've never seen people that is so destined to say, you know what, I'm going to, I don't know, I'm gonna talk about people that I don't know, but I'm gonna act like I know them. I'm gonna act like I know them personally. I just wanted to know, like, how many people feel elated about that? How many people get off on that? And somebody told me I think it's therapeutic for them. And I'm gonna be like, how does being negative, how is that therapeutic? How is that like a positive thing? How is that a great, magnificent thing or whatever the case may be? And I really wanted to kind of issue this challenge to anybody that's listening from that sector or whatever the case may be. Can you tell me what the end result of beefing on the Black YouTube or the beef sector, can you tell me what the end result is? With all of this negativity that's going on in the world, with all of the racism, we have the whole pandemic going on. How does getting on YouTube, finding a storyline, whether positive or negative, how does that make you feel good about you? How does that put money in your household? How does that help empower yourself or your children? How does that create better communication with the people that surround you in your community? I think a lot of people hide on social media. I think a lot of people, like, I've never seen so many people like in this sector, like, hey, you can pull up on me, I'm ready, I got this and I got that. And I'm just like, dude, if you doing all this killing, we might as well send you to Iraq. We might as well send you to Afghanistan, because you're ready to die. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of people that can't have conversations. It's always bitch this, bitch that, bitch this, bitch that, or this, that, and the other. And it's like, I've never seen so much toxic. Y'all see the birds? That's cool. I never seen so many toxic people. Like, I don't know if these people are angry. I don't know if these people are upset, but these people really get off on telling each other a bunch of negativity. You know what I'm saying? So my challenge is I challenge any one of those guys to a debate to find out what's the end state at the end of the day. What's the end state of all that negativity? What does it do for the black community? Because all these things, when we talk about, you know what I'm saying, affect the black community, I'm trying to figure out how is that a positive? Like at the end of the day, how is these five people teaming up on this one person? This one person got to go team up with six more people to combat what's being said about them or him or her or their family or their grandma or their job. And it's just like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all not missing nothing. But for those people that do know what I'm talking about, there's another bird. For those people that do know what I'm talking about, man, it's crazy. Like I just sit back and observe. I don't really say too much, but it's just like I'll be like, let me ask you something. Throughout the course of a day, how many people sit down and say, you know what, man, you know what I want to do? I want to jump on YouTube and I want to troll someone. I want to make up a fake account and I want to go on that account and I just want to say a bunch of negative, nasty, degrading stuff to another person. And this is not even to another black person because they have even other nationalities and races in the beef sector, in the black YouTube sector. So it's like everybody is being disrespectful to everybody, and that's just the thing to do. Can you imagine dealing with something like that every day, spending your time, your hard-earned energy, money, and effort to actually embrace that type of negativity? People talk about living their best life and positive vibes only. Do you think that these people promote positive vibes only? Promote living your best life? Is this something that you would encourage your children to listen to? This something that you listen to at work? Is this something that you say, you know what, let me listen to this before church service? This is going to get me right. And people have this thing where they say, oh, I need to get the tea. I need to get this dirt. I need to get this gossip and this drama. But I'm asking sincerely, what does this do for your life? How does this create like you to be a better person? How does this push you to say, you know what? Let me get out and go take a walk today. Let me make sure my family members are good. Let me check my self motivation and see if I'm good. Some things are a beautiful thing to recognize. Some things are a beautiful thing to notice. And I'm telling you right now, man, we got to do better. We got to do better. I know sometimes things can seem so entertaining, seem so exciting, and seem so great, but there's a lot of other things to get excited about. There's a lot of other things to be grateful for. We don't have to call each other names. We don't have to dox people. We don't have to disrespect people. We don't have to talk about their kids. We don't have to talk about. It's like this. I would rather see a bunch of videos about people trying to help people than trying to degrade people. And until we fix that, we never going to combat racism. We're never going to fix the issues that we have in America as black people. As long as we have things like the black sector or the beef sector on YouTube that where people think, let's get online and let's talk about one another and let's just piss each other off and let's say a bunch of stuff. And it's gotten to the point where things don't even have to be true. People just get online and say it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's they posting phone records, photos, Photoshop stuff, whatever it is, it's like it doesn't even have to be true. They just do it anyway. And that's what makes it dangerous. And I think people don't understand that whether you want to call it the YouTube streets or whatever case may be, you can't be lying on people, man. Those allegations, they come with a high price. They come with a high price and people don't understand that they can pay that price. You know what I'm saying? And really right now, this is a bad time to be going through any type of legal matters, especially with this pandemic and what's going on. But I really hope that, somebody decides to reach out to somebody in the beef sector or the black YouTube sector and just tell them, hey, Mario J said, what's all the beef about? At the end of the day, what does this do for you? You know what I'm saying? And why are you so excited to be, the main focus in the beef sector in regards to promoting negativity? I wanna ask you guys, does that do something for your children? Does that do something for your ego? I think a lot of times when people are in a predicament where you talk about, you know, you wasn't the star player in high school. You wasn't the star player, you know, in college. You didn't really get that attention. So now jumping online and saying a bunch of negativity about people, that gives you some type of power. It gives you some type of leverage. It gives you some type of likes and validation. So I get why people do it, but at the end of the day, when you do it, how long do you do it? What's the end state? How long do you create that marvel of, you know what, I can say what I want to and get away. I can feel empowered for a change. You know what I'm saying? Now people will listen to me. And the thing about it is, are you really that person in real life? Because that's some toxic shit. That's some scary shit. If you're really that toxic and you really hate all black women, or you really hate all black men, or you really hate white people, or you really hate, and you get online and you promote that, that is some toxic shit. So my challenge to you guys is, what's the end state? You know, and how can we do better? So for anybody that want to answer that question, please feel free. I'm going to actually tag a couple people that I've kind of seen in the beef sector, or whatever case may be, and I'm hoping that they do a response video, and I'm hoping that they do say, hey, look, yo, this is for shits and giggles. You know, I don't live my regular normal life like this. This is just me just messing around or whatever. But I'm saying, if you take the time out every day to do it, it's a part of your life. It is who you are, you know? And it's a challenge that, you know what I'm saying, I think that a lot of people should take. So if you're a part of the black sector, you're part of the beef sector, please, you know, feel free to reply back to me. Again, I'm not taking shots at nobody. You know, this is just one of those reality checks in regards to saying, you know, when does the beef stop? And when do we start talking about the real problems that affect the black community, and how do we fix it? Hey, this is Mario J. Till next time, adult up. Tough love out.